When the criminal tortured and killed me, my father, a criminal investigation expert, and my mother, a chief forensic doctor, were attending my younger brother Ethan's competition. The criminal, who had once been caught by my father, sought revenge. After cutting off my tongue, he used my phone to call my father. My father simply said one sentence before hanging up: "No matter what it is, your brother's competition is the most important thing today." The criminal sneered, "Looks like I kidnapped the wrong person." I thought they loved their biological son more. At the crime scene, my parents were shocked by the horrific state of the corpse, angrily condemning the brutality of the murderer, but they didn't recognize that the horribly disfigured body belonged to their own son. My corpse was found in an abandoned building. A construction worker vomited violently as he shakily dialed the police. My parents rushed to the crime scene from Oliver's celebration banquet. A forensic expert furrowed his brows and gestured for them to put on masks. My father was one of the most renowned criminal investigation consultants for the police, and my mother was the top forensic doctor in the city. Even they, who had seen countless crime scenes, wavered for a moment at the sight of the body. It was the peak of summer, and the corpse had bloated grotesquely. The face had caved in, leaving a mess of blood and flesh where features should have been. Covered in wounds, the head was barely attached by a sliver of flesh. The heavily decomposed body emitted a foul stench. My mother closed her eyes briefly, took a deep breath, and put on her gloves to begin the preliminary autopsy. She looked at my body with a hint of pity in her gaze. Yet, in life, I had never received such gentle attention from her. I anxiously stared at the blood-stained ring in my fingers. I had made identical rings for my family members, but because Oliver's ring didn't fit, my parents scolded me harshly. "You did this on purpose to bully your brother." "James, even though you are our biological son, Oliver has lived in this family for 18 years. He will always be more important than you." Even though their angry reprimands still echoed in my ears, I still believed they loved me. They would surely recognize the gift I gave them. But my mother remained expressionless, simply signaling her assistant to place the ring into an evidence bag. I shouldn't have had any expectations. I had never existed in their hearts. Even though I was their biological son, my older brother once said that my parents adopted Oliver because they had never been able to find me after I was kidnapped. That I was still their most beloved son. But when I returned home, there was no place for me anymore. I was nothing but an intruder. After examining the crime scene, my father sighed and asked my mother, "What do we know about the victim?" My mother removed her gloves and massaged her furrowed brow. The deceased is estimated to be around 20 years old. Preliminary judgment suggests the cause of death was a slit throat. He likely endured prolonged torture before dying. The methods were extremely cruel, and the case will have a severe social impact. We need to solve this before public outrage escalates. My father lit a cigarette and took a deep drag, as if troubled. Even in death, I was causing my parents inconvenience. A forensic investigator reminded them, "The murderer hasn't been caught yet." Remind your family to be cautious these days. Keep your kids from going out at night. My mother frowned impatiently. Oliver is always obedient. It's James the first can't control. The forensic investigator, an old friend of my parents, naturally knew about our family situation. My father massaged his right shoulder. Noticing the gesture, the forensic investigator asked, "Henry, is your shoulder acting up again?" My father waved it off. "It's nothing." I put on the pain relief patch James bought for me. Mid-sentence, he froze. The son they called rebellious had, in truth, cared deeply about their health. The forensic investigator patted my father's back. "Be kinder to James. After all, he's your real son." My father shook his head. 2 days ago, Oliver had a tennis match. He kept saying he wanted James to come watch, but James ignored his calls, pretending he was dead. Oliver was so disappointed he only won 3rd place. James hasn't been home in days. If he dies out there, we won't even know. A child we didn't raise ourselves will never be the same. Hearing my parents complain about me, I felt like I had fallen into an icy abyss. "Mom, Dad, it's not that I didn't want to come home. I just Can't ever go back. The ungrateful son you despise died on the day you went to Oliver's tennis match. My corpse is right in front of you.